Where's
Here we go.
Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome you all back to the Women's and Men's IPF World Powerlifting Championships here in Orlando, Florida, USA. This is the second session of the day, and we're going to be bringing you 2 flights of the under 74 kilogram men, obviously open division. Joining me on the commentary desk this afternoon is Elliot Fieldman.
How's everybody out there doing?
Sounds like we've got a little trouble with our mic. We'll just try and correct that for you now.
Do I sound any better? Oh, that's much better.
Okay.
Good Lord.
Hi, Elliot.
Hey, Chrissy. How are you?
Good,
How are you,
thank
Chrissy?
I'm
Good?
very well, thank you.
Good.
What do we got here? We're going to make a start.
All right, here we go.
Bill Murray,
Bill Murray's up.
Great Britain.
Not the comedian. He's much of a comedian, but not the rich, famous, good-looking comedian. He's Britain's own Bill Murray. There we go. There he is. Fine-looking lad that he is. Bill's opener's 225. Gets a nod. Pretty good there. See what the referees say for us here. And that's a good lift.
Great to see Bill on the board.
I think we only actually have one group in this session.
Do we?
Yeah, I think that they were saying, Technical Secretary Bill Clayton was telling me earlier, oh, here he is walking by, the handsome Bill Clayton of Rahway State Prison in New Jersey, that we're only going to have 11 in this. So it makes for a really quick session, because then we have at least 20 minutes between disciplines.
Well, in that case, we will get through it very fast. There must have been a few reserves who didn't come through.
Yeah, that's what I was told. It's 11.
And
it's
it's
11.
got it down to one flight. Of course, this is a extremely exciting weight class, generally speaking. his middleweight men.
You have Yaroslav Olek, who is arguably can be put in that for the greatest of all time.
Oh, yeah.
That he is, the numbers that he puts up, I believe he is at 13 or 14 straight open world championships. So he is obviously, just by record, the man to beat here, regardless of whatever the nominated titles are.
And the lift is good. Give Mongolia a big round of applause.
Okay, and that's the Mongolian lifter who's just got his first squat on the board, 230 kilos.
From the Netherlands, 265 on the bar.
Yeah, as you say, I mean, it's fantastic to watch Jaroslav.
Bars loaded.
He is a legend. He's been lifting for so very long. And it's just going to be a real treat to watch him here.
Yep, definitely.
Of course, all these athletes are vying for the World Games. And, of course, Yaroslav would love to be there. It's in his home, his country.
He definitely wants to
Yeah,
be there.
home country. And all going well, all going as expected. He should indeed qualify for that.
Now up Pardeep Kelly from the Netherlands. Pardeep and I are officiating together as referees on the super heavyweights on Saturday afternoon, so it should be interesting. Here he goes. Pardeep is down. Looks deep. There he is. Looks solid. See what the referees say here. And there we go. It's good. 3 white lights.
It's a good lift. It's back to Oleg. He's actually a 2-time World Games champion.
Right.
14 World Open
14. All right.
Championships. So
I lose track.
Today?
I
You
lost
do.
a year somewhere.
Yeah.
That's why I said 13 or 14.
yeah, you're right.
Getting old.
Interesting about Jaroslav, he won the juniors when he was a junior. He won the Open when he's an Open, and he's won the Masters when he was a Master.
Yep. He is an amazing lifter, and he's not ready. His total keeps going up. That's the thing. It's not as if he's just continuing to lift and still winning, and his numbers are staying the same or going down. His numbers in all 3 lifts are going up.
Absolutely. He holds the current squat record and the total.
Yeah, and an advantage that Yaroslav has in a meet like this, where he comes in, I believe, about 50 kilos over in the nominations, or darn close, 40 kilos.
Yep.
And so he has the opportunity to try to take that squat record comfortably, where he doesn't have to try to do it to win the medal.
Sure.
He can pick and choose, and maybe even take it on a second attempt, depending on how that first one goes.
Here's Lin, Chinese Taipei, sits it in nicely. A lot of red there on that bar, isn't there?
Yeah, that is.
And a lot of white on the score.
Well, I mean, that's it for this class. That's a decent opening lift.
Isn't it?
Don't be fooled because Olek and Prokopenko are opening much heavier, and Baranek. That's an amazing squat opener right there for this.
Absolutely. Nathan Walton now, USA.
Bars loaded.
Nate's come a long way. He's developing. He's not a kid by any stretch of the imagination. He is now a master.
Yes.
But he is still developing as a strength athlete. He is getting better. It just tells you that you are not done in this sport when you hit 40 or even close. You were talking about Olek before, and he's still getting better and winning world championships. And now you have Nathan Walton here, who is, also still improving as a master lifter.
And look, there's actually so many athletes that fit that profile who are continuing to get stronger well into their 40s and beyond. Here's Nate.
Yeah, oh, it definitely is. You have Dave Ricks. You have Dave Ricks that's still challenging in the Open. Would still be probably challenging in the Open if he was here equipped. And he's in his mid-50s. So he is stronger now than he was 10 years ago.
Yeah. And my good friend Sonia Mainina in New Zealand won the Open Super Heavyweight Women at 52 years of age.
I know, I saw that. It's pretty amazing.
All right, so it's male and female. It's all about training, recovery, looking after your body, your mind, and you continue. It's not about aging, and that you're getting weaker. It's all about just doing what you do to get stronger.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Hamada, Japan, on 280, and he's my age. 47?
Is he 22? What?
Yeah, thank you.
22?
Yep.
22? You know you're not supposed to do that. It's supposed to be a big secret.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
He just got a bit shaky on his walkout there.
He's got 10 seconds to get the squawk band. So let's see what happens here.
He just does not look comfortable with that.
No. Here
All right,
goes.
there we go.
He should get it. He should get it.
Oh, I don't like the look of this. Oh! Oh, he didn't lock out. There's a lot of things wrong.
I think the bar dipped too.
Yeah, we didn't get depth. We didn't.
Yeah.
So a lot of things went wrong there, but
they say it wasn't deep enough on one. I didn't agree with that, but I definitely agree with the two blues that he definitely was not finished. That was not a finished lift. Yeah, I think that was deep enough, but wasn't a finished lift. So even if you took the one light out, it was still a bad lift, 2-1.
And in La Rosa, Venezuela, Pardo, he pushes that center spotter out of the way. Part of a very vocal and passionate South American, Central American sort of group that's getting around.
Venezuelans have really jumped up in the last 5 years. They had one lifter or two lifters, and now they have, now they're fielding a team, fielding a decent team. And I think in 4 or 5 more years, they're going to be challenging for team medals. I'm certain in the women's at the time. That looked a little.
Okay, let's see what the refs say about this. Okay, he got a good lift for it. It probably wasn't as comfortable as he would have liked. Just have a look here again. He's got. Okay. Oh, he came up sideways. He drifted over to his left.
Yeah, that was hard to get. We call it in the States, we call it a helicopter.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Didn't look good.
Norihiro Otani.
So his PB is 305, so if he makes this, he's well within range of exceeding his PB. It's always a good thing, especially if you're not in the medal hunt, to be able to come in and hit PBs. And now, don't get me wrong, Otani has medaled in the past. He's a good lifter.
Nice deep squat.
Made easy work of it there. Very patient.
And that's actually a lovely squat.
Yeah.
Some of these opening squats have been a little bit messy, but this one looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it definitely does.
Love his torso posture. Very tight, keeps it all together. And came up very confidently. Andrei Propenko.
I wasn't even looking. I just was listening to you. No,
Kazakhstan.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Over 4 times his body weight.
There we go. Gino just announced it. Over 4 times his body weight on his opening squat.
That's crazy.
So.
Well, the amazing thing is this is only the third heaviest opener, and we're already at 4 times body weight. Wow. He just manhandled that weight.
A lot of power there.
Yeah.
And But 3 white lights.
From Mikola Baranik, Ukraine.
Yeah, he's also got an asymmetrical shift. He's leaning to that one side. We're seeing that on several of the lifters here.
Yeah, and that front-on camera angle really picks that up. I know lifters often film themselves in the gym sideways just to have a look, check their depth and the bar path and things like that. But front-on, you get a different view on how symmetrically their body works.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And interestingly, the bar doesn't stay horizontal on people. It can be, a little bit down one end.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, ideally, when you see Oleg come out, you'll see everything is perfect. The bar is even, everything's even side to side. But you don't have to be like that to succeed. It definitely helps. It makes it easier for the officials too to make the calls on you. Let's see what he is.
So that looked good.
It's good. Very easy.
Veronique. And
very, very easy.
of course. Here he is.
Yaroslav Oleg.
Ladies and gentlemen, load the bar up.
Competing for 22 years, it says there.
130
And he has broken over 60 European and world records in his lifting career.
Let me hear you. Yaroslav.
It's going to be interesting to see what they put in for a second attempt if he makes this, because it's going to determine what their attitude is and what they're looking for Oleg today.
Sure.
Are they looking for him to win them, just win gold, make it as easy as possible, and go to the World Games?
Yep.
Or is he looking to put a stamp in the record books and have a groundbreaking performance? So we'll kind of know based on this second attempt.
So 367.5 is his world record in the squat.
Right.
So this is well within him.
But we got to see with depth. He sometimes gets called for depth, especially on openers. That looked okay.
Wow. Okay, let's have a look here. Good.
That's good. All right.
Okay.
So now we'll see what he puts in for a second, and that'll let us know what they're looking to try and do for the whole meet.
Sure. So he is a squat specialist. So we'll look forward to see exactly, as you say, what the strategy is going to be, and whether he feels threatened at all and he's got to push himself a little bit, or is it an opportunity to go world record, or does he save that opportunity for next year?
Well, and also too, even though you look and see where the prognosis is, that doesn't mean that Baranik's put in a legitimate bench press and a legitimate deadlift opener to give us that prognosis of 805, while Oleg's prognosis is 852.5. We have no idea.
Yeah.
You also don't know, honestly, if Oleg's going to make more squats. Now he took a 20-kilo jump, which for him is a fairly normal jump, to 355. So we'll see what's going on. We have Bill Murray from Great Britain up now, 235. This is good on his first at 225.
Just touches it. Let's see if it's enough. Yes.
There it is. Yep. Good 2-to-1. Good 2-to-1.
2-to-1. Lift is good.
Pardeep Kelly up now, 275 from the Netherlands.
Jaroslav's also got the total world record in this weight division of 905 kilos. So we might just keep a little eye on that running total as well.
Exactly. And so we'll know. I mean, it's interesting. The openers, I think, are set for him, that he can win the meet and pretty much have a cruise to the World Games slot. But let's see if they hold him back at all and just, I mean, he is 42. He's not 22 or 32. So what do? Do you extend him here? I don't know. I mean, how many more big performances do you have in you at that age? So, and I'm not even talking about winning, Chrissy. I'm talking about just some crazy performance that people go bananas over on YouTube. But again, the World Games is a big thing. It's in Oleg's home country of Poland next year. So it's very important to him, I'm sure, and the Polish government probably.
Oh, lovely! Oh,
Nah, just a little bit much for part 8 right there.
Yep.
I'd like to see a little more speed into the hole on it. It looked like Pardeep's kind of feeling for it a little bit.
Yeah, and he collapsed onto that left side as well. He just lost a lot of compression down at the bottom.
Yep.
He's a lovely deep squatter, but I wonder if he just went a fraction deeper on that lift and just lost his spot.
Might have. I mean, he definitely lost his balance from something. So now Hamada's up. This is really important here for him. At 280, 280 second attempt. He missed this on his first. He just really didn't complete the lift. It was the only missed opening attempt of this group. That really puts pressure on you because that's the hardest lift in the meet, I think. Most lifters will tell you is the opening attempt squat. After first attempts, he still does not have one up on the board. So
yeah, and look, to be honest, it just looked like he just wasn't in it.
No.
This looks better straight away.
There he goes down.
Depth first, and then he's just got to stand this up.
I almost wonder if this looks so much different if they rushed the wrap on him, they didn't have enough time, that there was something.
Something put him off because he was right off.
Yeah.
His head wasn't in it at all. Whatever his coaches have done for him differently this time has totally worked. It was, he lost that first lift for a number of reasons, and then there was no mistake. So,
Ming Hui Lin, Chinese Taipei.
Ming Hui Lin, very experienced lifter and member of the Chinese Taipei team. See him all over the place, various competitions. Taking 10 kilo jump.
Very interesting. Hamada put in, well, it's not direct, it's 15 kilo jump for him. It's not horrible. But that's sometimes big. The 15 kilos for some of the Japanese lifters to jump from first to second attempt squat is aggressive for some. But
he's got to work it up.
There he goes.
It was a great lift, though.
Is good.
Lift is good.
I think he would have liked the feeling of that. There was just enough challenge in it for him.
Oh, no doubt.
So here we go. He sits it in nice. Just has to really push through that and feels his way up. And I think that's a very enjoyable squat there.
Yeah, he's happy. He's definitely happy there. All right, Nathan Walton up now. Nathan Walton up 292.5. He's good at 277.5. It looked really good for him.
So definitely increasing his PB today if he can get this one.
Yep.
And yep.
And that's why I say that, Chrissy, that as a master's lifter who's still improving, Nathan is a master's lifter and he had PB on his opening attempt. So that'll tell you. And he's been competing for a while. This is not as if he just started a year or two ago. But he's one who was an open lifter for a long time, a junior lifter, and then just kept getting stronger and stronger and now finds his way onto the open team virtually every year. And he's got a good chance to win gold in the deadlift. To win gold in the deadlift.
That is beautiful.
Yep, he is just.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay, right side.
Wow, it's again. I want to look at this.
So we'll look at his right.
On his right leg, which is left on the screen. Yeah, it might be high on that side. I don't know.
295, 650 on the bar. Bar's loaded.
So Lenin La Rosa, Venezuela. We expect to hear him.
Oh, you definitely do. Lamo. Lamo, there you go. You hear that from Venezuela, Ecuador, Puerto Rico. It was interesting when we were in Puerto Rico in 2012, running open worlds during the middle of 100-year storm Sandy, Hurricane Sandy.
Wow. Affect your crowd numbers?
No, because there was no rain in Puerto Rico. It blew right through the Caribbean and totally missed us. We didn't get any of the storm, and the East Coast of the United States got battered. And so anyway, it was hearing them sing, the Puerto Rican crowd sing was amazing.
Oh, my. Oh, he's tipped forward. He lost his balance.
Wow, he just got a little bit forward.
Yep.
And again, I'm not a fan of squatting in the wrestling shoes.
Yeah.
I don't think you're as stable. It's not even the heel height. I just don't think you're as stable as you are in squat shoes that have a wooden sole. And he just gets forward. Comes up and just goes over. So
it's a real pity because he was incredibly strong coming up there.
Oh, yeah.
And the speed was amazing. I actually wonder if the speed might have just caught him off guard a bit and he flew forward.
It's possible. I mean, you can definitely get some oscillation in that squat bar and in the deadlift. You don't get it as much in the bench press, obviously, but where that oscillation is so bad, it's just going to pull you forward.
Sometimes the suit will shoot people a little bit more forward than they're expecting.
Oh, yeah.
As they come out of the hole, and you notice it at the top then, don't you? You're really going forward.
Right, definitely.
Otani takes 307.5, works it down. Oh, he's had to work it up.
See what they say. I mean, that's a marginal. There you go. There you go. And again, 2-to-1 good, and that's where that lift needs to be.
Yep.
It needs to be, definitely is not a majority decision either way. Should not be. Look at how narrow his hands are, how far his elbows are.
Yeah.
Load the bar up, please. For Prokopenko, Kazakhstan? Is that right? Next lifter,
Yeah. Wait on.
All right, Prokopenko's
okay,
up. 310.
Prokopenko.
He was good at 300. Now looking for 310. So, I mean, he's right in this thing. So, he's trying to look for a medal here.
Oh, definitely. And that opener was just so strong. He's only put 10 on there.
Look at how narrow he is. Wow. His elbows are touching his body. So,
yeah, amazing flexibility.
There you go. It's good.
Load the bar up.
So,
For Ukraine, 315
another 10-kilo jump here. So we're just going to watch these 3 lifters that are just beneath Oleg and just watch them jostle. These second attempts always fascinate me as they can really be the attempt that ends up being what they take home in the squat.
Exactly. So Baranek here making this 315 does put some level of pressure on Oleg, but Oleg's huge 355 20-kilo jump.
Yep.
Even if Baranek makes it,
he'll never catch him.
He will not catch him. It then has to be for Oleg to essentially bomb out of the meet at that point.
That's right.
To do it. There's just too much pressure even with just those 2 squats on. And then it gives Oleg the opportunity probably to hunt that world record and increase his own world record with third attempt.
Baranek hits the hole hard and stands up well. I reckon he'd be pretty happy with that squat.
There he goes.
He made that look effortless, and that to me tells me he got his timing right. He hit it just right. And he's really laying it down to those other guys.
Oh, yeah.
That he's well prepared for this.
No, he's going to get that silver. I mean, look, he wants to go to that World Games too, all right? And so Oleg will definitely go if he wins, but the silver and bronze medalists are, usually going to go right along with him most of the time.
He certainly doesn't look like a woman. Bars loaded.
Yeah. So we'll just watch Baranek and Prokopenko to see if there's any change in second and third there. It could be decided on body weight. It could be... Okay, so Baranek's put in 325.
Yeah. Prokopenko is the lighter lifter, but has the higher lot number, so they each have an advantage.
Yep.
They each have an advantage. Baranek gets last pull. Prokopenko can win on body weight.
Okay. Oleg now It's drawn a bit of a crowd here in the venue. Just got to get control. Oh my word!
All right,
Holster power.
So I think that world record's going up on the board. It's got to be right there. You know, if he makes one bench and one deadlift, that's it for him. That's it for him. He's stamped his passport for the World Games. Well, I guess not stamping it because he's just probably going to drive a car.
That's right.
But anyway, that he, he'll have that World Games slot done, and then just move on and take the world record. So let's see. You said it's Chrissy's 367.5 for him.
Yep.
All right. So we're going to probably see at least 368 on the bar. All right. Here comes Bill Murray.
Comes steaming out.
Great Britain.
He wants this, right or wrong.
And he's good at 225, then
Yep.
235, and now 242.5. So it's nice. He went 10 kilos and he went 7.5 kilos. It's pretty normal jump for this weight class. So and Bill is, like many Brits, very self-effacing, and but is serious when he's on the platform.
Oh, he just lost his balance.
All right,
He's just got to
he's got plenty of time.
reset himself.
Come on, Bill.
Plenty of time. 20 seconds, William. Plenty of time.
Now the lights are already. If you look on the corner there, where the clock is counting down, two of the referees have already hit. All right, what they're saying is it's no lift. It is no lift because the chief referee gave him the command. Once you get that command, you have to squat. You can't put the bar back in. You can't do anything else. So.
Oh, and the coach signaled to the centre ref that he was happy with that, no problem whatsoever. He understood straight away.
Yeah.
So there's no problem there. But it's just a bit of a pity that, he'll go back and wonder what just happened. How did he just manage to lose his...
Because he doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
All right, Pardeep was good at 265, and it was solid. At 275, he was shifted to the side, as you said. So let's see if he can come back and get this. I mean, this is a weight that, this is a good second attempt for Pardeep at 275.
Looking good. Oh, yes. Come now. No.
He went to that same side again.
Yep.
I don't know.
I thought I particularly watched how he broke into the squat, and I thought he broke in really well. Let's have a look here. It looked great.
It's fine. It's coming out to see shifts there.
There he goes.
He
He's just got a weakness or some problem back here.
In his hips.
And then the other side just tries to overcompensate and he starts twisting, and, you're in a world of trouble. So he gave it a good look. So Lynn now, 290, just 5 kilo. It's just that psychological. He's 290, and the 4 guys above him are in the 300s.
It's rough.
It's just a little step away, isn't it? And I'm not sure that his deadlift's going to really help him out.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. His bench is good. His bench is good. And again, he could win gold in bench, possibly.
Possibly.
But the deadlift, an opening deadlift at
help.
250, which is 551, is far off the pace.
Yep.
Far off the pace here.
Somebody tell him he's got 10 seconds.
So he has left it a bit late coming out. Perhaps just a little late getting those wraps on. That's usually the thing with equipped lifters, and put themselves under pressure. He's not going to get the call.
Time.
Or no, he's decided to squat anyway. Or did the centre ref give the squat?
So center ref gave the squat command. So
okay, because I heard Gino call time.
I know.
Okay, so
either way, he didn't make it.
he didn't make it, so it wasn't an issue.
Justice is served, I guess, in a way that at least the resolution was correct.
Correct. Well said. Meanwhile, Hamada's looking pretty relaxed back there and very much ready for his lift.
Oh my God. I thought he was sleeping. He's just... He just looks so tired. But he
Come on,
always looks
Hamada.
like that. It
I
doesn't matter.
know.
First thing in the morning, late at night, he just
looks like that.
Just looks sleepy all the time. But he smiles. You get him to smile and laugh. Oh my gosh. He just.
Squeeze himself under that bar. Looks like the shoulders are a bit tight, and just as long as everything else stays tight for this lift. I've noticed quite a few lifters taking quite a few steps out with their squat. It bothers me.
Yeah, I don't know why they do. You watch Oleg.
Oh Lord!
Let's
There
see.
we go.
Let's see what they say for depth. It looks decent from here.
Yep.
And there we go. And again, I think he was high on that side that he got that red light.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's high on that side. And watch here, it'll be screen left, which is his right side. And I think so. He's tipping to the side, tipping to the side.
Yeah, he definitely finds depth on his left, but
And I can't tell from the front. He definitely on the left is.
Yeah.
But it looked like almost that the right was tight, and it just didn't get down there. So, all right. So we got now. Watch what Chrissy was saying before about the walkout. Watch Oleg, and when Yaroslav comes out, he is short. He doesn't take 2.5 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps. He takes 2 steps, and if he goes even a millimeter forward, he's going to hit the rack.
Yep.
He is tight.
very efficient walkout. And look, you just got to get with it to get your max. You can't be wobbling around and using your energy up, stabilising the bar with your feet.
Interestingly enough, let's see. Wait till Lennon finishes his squat. I just noticed something.
Looking good, but was
Let's see
it
what
depth?
they say. I don't know. Let's see what the depth is.
It was a solid lift. Yes,
Yeah,
there you
a few
go.
lines. All right. So you said what was Olaf's squat record?
367.5.
All right.
Oh,
He
he's
put in
okay.
3675 to tie himself.
Okay.
Right. So what I'm drawing from that is that he's looking to score big and not go after the world record squat. Obviously, he's not taking the world record squat. The reason is he wants to go big. He really wants to drive Baranek to the sidelines early and not try for it. I think, me personally, I would have gone for the 68, but right now we got Nate Walton up 297.5. Now, he missed 292.5. They went up 5 kilos. It happens sometimes. Gear is a funny thing, and I've seen it work.
Yes, it can work in the squat.
I've seen it work. Squat in the bench doesn't really work much in the deadlift.
Oh,
there
gosh.
we go. All right.
Head
all right.
wasn't in it.
All right, so Nate's going to get credit with his opener of 277.5. Had he made that, that's a 20-kilo flip right there. So that really hurts him to really jump up, because Nathan's a big puller. And even only making one squat, he's still sitting in 8th place, only making one, right? And he's a decent bencher and could win gold in the deadlift. So when you have a weapon like that deadlift in your back pocket, you got a chance to jump up onto the platform, or certainly in the top 4, and then becomes the issue of not making that, losing that 20 kilos. It's big.
Otani, okay. We just hear from Gino, it's a national record. So these guys, as all lifters, have got micro goals in what they're doing. They're obviously trying to look for personal bests. They're looking for national records or regional records. I think also... Oh!
Boy, he is unstable.
20 seconds. Tell him 20 seconds.
And it's this walkout that's causing a lot of people problems.
Yeah, they're big. I mean, his isn't huge, but it's more than I would like. Boy, he's falling apart. Yeah, he was just falling apart. He didn't hit depth. He was even falling apart on the descent.
Yeah, look, that got to him a bit, that weight.
Now watch how short these next 3 squatters are coming out. Prokopenko, Baranek, and Olek. Their setups are a lot steadier, a lot quicker, a lot shorter.
The trouble with the squat in equipment is you've got a lot of weight on you, so you don't want to take a big step, but you also don't want to take lots of little steps because you get all shuffly and tripping over. And
well, you also start loosening up your hips.
Yeah.
You start taking all these little.
Yeah.
I see sometimes you'll see somebody pick one of their feet up and put the ball of the foot down and grind it in.
so,
And that I'm not understanding that. So, wow, that was not. I was talking about how great his setup was, and he really rushed it right there.
oh,
All right, so let's see how he is in depth. I'm expecting at least. Oh, there you go. All right, good. All right, so
okay. So 315 there at 73.22 kilo body weight. Baranik is heavier, so this is to obviously get 10 kilos on him and to just jump a spot.
yeah. I mean, there's a lot going on here because right now you have Oleg in first. I mean, if he hits a bench press and a deadlift, it's his game.
All over.
But you got Prokopenko and Baranik. You got Baranik could push him if something happens. Prokopenko's at 775 in third place, but then you have behind him a 770, a 767 and a half. A lot of stuff can happen here. There's a lot of movement. Hamada's at 770, so any of those guys can jump up and whack away it and wind up in third position here.
Okay, Baranik. Oh, I think he's got it.
All right.
Nice fight.
That is outstanding. Let's see what he gets. That's good. Okay. So that doesn't put a huge pressure on Oleg, but Oleg needs to make this to be comfortable.
5 kilos, 810.2 pounds.
Oh, it crossed his mind, and then he kept pushing through.
This is over 5 times his body weight.
I mean, this puts him up. If Oleg makes this, he's up by 42 and a half kilos heading into the bench, not subtotal. But Oleg is going to lose some ground to Baranik at subtotal. He will lose ground, but this 42 and a half kind of salts it away, and Oleg can be a little more conservative on the bench press. Because the way to beat Oleg is to push him on his bench press.
Oh, wow!
See, and that's where I was saying, and I understand what they're doing, but that 368, I think. I mean, obviously he was going to fall, and I think you and I had discussed that earlier. You know, first of all, the human body.
Okay, yep, keep going. Sorry.
The human body, it's only half a kilo, 1.1 pounds. Trust me, when you have almost 800 pounds on your back, that your body does not know the difference, or you have 800 pounds, it doesn't know the difference between 804 and 805. It doesn't know that difference. And really, so, whatever. I mean, but he's in there. He's 42 and a half, so we're good.
Okay, we're going to take a 20-minute break, and we'll be back for the bench press. Good afternoon, welcome back. We're in the middle of our under 74 kilo class men, and we're just about to start the bench press session. Elliot's back on the mic with me.
We're ready to go, Chrissy. So right now, Oleg stands in first place with a big 367.5 squat that ties the world record he set last year?
Stavanger, I think. Yeah, 2013.
Oh, Stavanger. Wow.
Yep.
See, and that's what I was kind of saying earlier, about how many big meets do you have left in you?
Yep.
Why not tag that 0.5 kilos and go
10
368?
seconds.
Look, I totally hear you, because part of me always says, do what you can do now, because the future is never guaranteed, and
Right.
you never know if you're going to get another chance.
Especially at 42 years old now. It becomes, it's a big, it's not saying that you can't win all the time, but there's going to reach a point where you're not hitting world records all the time. You still may be almost unbeatable, but you're not nailing world records.
Sure. Bill Murray's going to open us up with 155 on the bar for his bench. And really, like you say, I can't help but think even just a small increase in that record may have protected it a little.
Yeah.
Here's Bill. Nice touch.
And
Easy up.
But we started talking about that before he took it. It's not like he took it was easy. We said, wow, he should have gone a half kilo. That was my feeling beforehand, yours too. Then go for the 368, load it. Break your own record. I mean, I think he's comfortably, he was comfortably enough in first place that, so instead of only needing one bench, he might have needed two benches if he missed that third. Let's say that it happened.
Yeah, look, there'd be a strategy behind it, there's no doubt. He knows his numbers, he knows what his strategy is coming into this, so that was very deliberate.
Oh, I'm sure.
He
definitely
picked that
was.
well ahead of time, I'm sure of that. And so there's some sort of reasoning that he's got to do that, whether or not, he feels that he goes into the World Games to make a big new world record.
And that may be too.
Pardeep. Oh, yep. Pretty good.
Lift is good.
I mean, the lightest opener in this group is the second lightest is 175 already.
Yeah, so that was the only thing I could possibly think as he goes into the World Games with his world record and with the intention of perhaps opening on his own world record next year. I don't know what his strategy will be, but also to know that he squatted his world record here.
Yeah.
Just psychologically, I squatted my world record again in Orlando, and it's interesting. You never know, I might get a chance to interview him.
Oh, there you go.
In fact, I'll let you in on a little secret. I am intending to interview him.
I figured as much. Have you let Yaroslav in on this, or is this just a surprise?
He knows.
Oh, okay, all right. He knows he's got to do his media. All right, here we go. Nathan Walton, 177.5.
Oh!
Wow.
No lift. Give
Wow.
the spotters and motors a round of applause.
What do you read just happened?
Weight's too light. It almost looked like he couldn't get it down with the shirt.
He couldn't get it down. It flew up so fast he couldn't catch it.
It's like he's not tight.
He wasn't ready.
He wasn't tight. Nothing was.
Yeah, he wasn't ready to bench that.
I think it's. I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but a little more weight might make it easier to manage
That
sometimes.
doesn't sound crazy to me.
That shirt can react. So it looked like when he hit that bubble on the shirt. You know this. He hit that bubble. He didn't strike it squarely. He was off to the side or above or below it, and the bar just starts rolling on you.
Yep, certainly got away from him. Lennon LaRosa, 185. Serious competitor.
He's got a good. He had a good squat of 297.5. So.
Oh yeah.
These are big numbers from small lifters.
Yeah, well, they're considered middleweight, I think, aren't they?
They are. They are middle. But I mean,
Yep.
in terms of how much they're pressing, that's
yeah.
it's huge.
Yep.
And these are basically average-sized guys walking around. This is
right.
the size of the average
man.
average man in the world.
Well, I guess it depends what nation you're in now. Think about
heavier,
that.
A little heavier, but
Lift is good.
Some of the Asian regions, these might be biggish guys, getting bigger. Certainly in Australia, I'm pretty sure it's the same here in the States. Bodies are getting bigger.
They're definitely bigger. Definitely. Well, even, and the people that are in shape are just much bigger in general. The average population as a whole, the healthy population.
Yeah.
Forget we're taking out the others.
Yep. What have we got? 190. Yep. It's a nice opener for Lynn. Lovely foot position. He's not getting the start. Something wrong with his feet. His heels were up.
No.
He he adjusted his foot, so he got the idea. There we
maybe,
go.
Maybe he did.
Okay. It's a good lift.
Lift is good. 2-1.
2-1. Let's see what they had here. Is that foot or butt? I don't know. From yellow card, I have no idea what that is. So. All right, guys. We'll have Oleg up 205. He's gotten to be a better bencher.
Yep, there's no doubt his favourite's the squat, and he certainly worked on the bench. Fact is, he's not the dominant bencher.
No, not at all. But unlike a lot of guys who are great squatters and deadlifters, he has worked diligently to get his bench press up because he knows if he gets it up to a certain area, he hits one bench press, it can kind of carry him.
Oh.
Wow.
I actually wonder if that worried him a little bit.
There you go. There you go. I think next one will be easier. He doesn't look, coming off, he's just like,
yep.
Put on whatever he's picking.
Bars loaded.
Again, I'll be interested to see what he puts in for his second.
215 on the bar.
He may just come in and try and hit 3 and, go 212 and then go 215 or something and just be kind of satisfied with it.
Yep. Hamada's opening 215. He's getting right up there. The guys that are at the top of the bench presses, and interested to see how he goes with this one actually. You get a little trouble getting it on the jaw. It was waving around everywhere.
And the shame of it is, this is his lift right here. The bench press is his lift. And he has every opportunity to win gold in the bench press. But that hurts him right there.
It got the drifts on it just as it came down. He touched and it went up. And
just messy. He was kind of like that in that squat attempt too. It was the same thing. And like many of the Japanese lifters, he wears almost the house shoes kind of
with slippers
to bench press in.
Yeah, so a little messy. Hopefully he can figure out what he needs to do to get everything and pull that down. I don't know, maybe the shirt's a little hard for him to control down at the bottom.
Yeah, possibly. So Oleg went up 7.5 kilos from 205 to 212. So he's running this as if he's got someone hot on his tail. He's taking a 7.5 kilo jump and then probably take a 5 if he makes that.
Prokopenko.
Lift is good.
Yep, no problem there.
What's the world record in total right now?
In total, as we said, Jaroslav's got it at 905 kilo.
905, okay.
Yeah.
215.
All right, 905.
Yeah. The bench record in this weight class is 245.
Yeah, that's
just
not.
for
And
you.
who was that?
Poisson from France did that.
Ostrava. Didn't Ostrava.
Sorry, where am I?
You're right there. You got him. He
Yep.
was in
In a
Ostrava. Yeah.
beautiful Titan suit. Very effective. Oh, righto.
Speed work there. That one up best.
There you go. Mongolians are getting better. The last few years they've fielded teams. They were in Luxembourg with us last year, and they're coming more prepared. You know, they're kind of picking up on what's going on because so much energy is spent the first few years they were coming, figuring stuff out, how to communicate, the warm-up area, how to time your warm-ups, what to do, where to put in attempts. They weren't used to any of this where they were coming from.
Yeah, that's right. They had a lot of problems, and this year in equipped bench press championships in Denmark, one of their lifters actually medalled. And look, they were all round much better prepared, and as you said, with it.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we can see more and more come out.
Well, there's so much at this level over and above the lifting. And when you can just take that out of play, it makes it easier to perform well on the platform. And that's good right there. So Baranik's now in first place in the bench press. Otani's coming up. You know, it's again, in almost every class when it comes to the bench press, the Japanese lifters in that group or in that session are at the top of the bench pressers.
Yeah, absolutely. Very much known for their love of equipped benching. Benching full stop, but always have been traditionally very interested in benching, and very much the technicians. I think when it comes to benching, and certainly, structurally, some Japanese have benefited from their mechanics in benching, able to get a lovely wide grip, as we just see Otani now. Works that up nicely. There he is.
There he is, locked. Okay.
Yep.
There we go.
Good.
Yeah, that we'll just keep an eye on that left arm of his. It's a bit sluggish to lock out, and that's only going to get harder as the weight gets up, I should imagine. He didn't have a great deal of speed on that, which he really had to muscle that out to lock it out. So, see how the next one goes.
Bars loaded. William Murray, Great Britain.
All right, Bill Murray's up. Great Britain, 162 and a half.
Great images, that overhead view there. We usually have a camera we call butt cam, which is side on, which checks for any butt lift, and unfortunately got taken out of action on us, so can't bring you that one. Bill Murray, got a little bit of an angle on him there.
And his second bench is not good.
No.
So up and down on the
Yes.
bar. Up and down on the bar.
And we used to be able to see, when we had that camera, we could see position. Well, we do. That is the butt cam, but from my point of view, we used to have it on a slightly different angle.
Netherlands, 180 kilos, bars loaded.
More square. So. I'm sure you'll agree there's some really lovely images coming out now with our media team, Viva TV, and the slow-mos. They're always handy. I wonder if there'll ever come a time when a decision will be referred to replay, Elliot.
It may be. I mean, at some point. I mean, it has in so many other sports. I don't have a huge problem in it.
It's Paddy.
There you go. For certain things only. Certain things only.
Okay.
And like kind of sort of what happened thing, because sometimes
Yep.
things will happen on
Yep.
the platform,
And nobody
you'll
knows
talk
what
to four
happened.
people and
Yep.
four different stories. And I'm not talking about dab through the bar. I'm talking about in what order things happen.
Yep.
That video could kind of clear that stuff up and help with things where we might give a relift. Should we give a relift? Did the spotter actually touch? That kind of stuff. I don't know if we ever want to be able to review depth from one camera angle, and it gets
Yeah,
tougher.
I think that's a really good way of thinking about it. That perhaps reviewing depth not so much, but certainly things like borderline calls on did they get the rack command or not, etc. Nathan
Right.
Walton. Oh, so fast off the chest.
Nathan. That's almost like too light going down.
No lift.
Yeah.
Up and down the bar, and maybe his butt came off.
Now, this is a bit of a worry.
Is that
Oh wow, we got clear daylight there.
I don't know. That was borderline. I could barely see any of the heads underneath. I could only see from the nose up to the forehead. I couldn't see actual faces.
My apologies to Viva TV. When the lifter does lift their butt, we can definitely see it with that camera. We just hadn't had one lifting.
The producers actually paid Nathan to lift his butt to show Chrissy how accurate their butt cam can be.
Look, it seems that way. So thank you, Viva TV, for doing that, just to prove me wrong.
It's amazing. It's amazing
And,
how many times we get cocky and then the
sure.
road comes right up to meet us, and
That's
we're
right.
just
Yep.
and it's another Saturday night.
Okay, La Rosa, 200 kilos. Look, I'm really quite worried for Walton about this now.
Yeah, so am I. So am I. And it's, and again, see if and if you look what I said, see how they put 2.5 more kilos on. I think there's not enough weight to work that shirt. They put in 180. I'm like, that didn't work. Might as well go 82.5. And I've seen it happen. The only place you see that in powerlifting happen is really in the bench press, the equipped bench press, where you keep, there's not enough weight to get the bar to the chest to effectively be able to press it. And so sometimes you continue going up even though you're missing, and that's where coaching and the confidence of the lifter and the confidence the lifter has in the coaching staff for making that call will put on more, and it's going to work.
Islin, look, the thing I'm concerned about, and I'll tell you why I'm really worried, is he lifted his butt when he was pushing that. That tells me he needed to do that to get it, to press it.
To get it pressed, yeah.
It wasn't a problem so much.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And Nathan has done that in the past, though.
Right.
That has been a steady issue. And I wouldn't even know, Adam and I were talking earlier, how you would fix that. I said, I don't even know how I would cue that for somebody.
Not to lift their butt?
I mean, obviously, you push down and do stuff. But to me personally, I've never had as an issue. None of my training partners ever had as an issue.
I have. There's a lot you can try.
So what would you do? Tell me, because you're a very good bencher.
Well,
so what would you say?
Well, I actually would like to just have a look at his setup again. I must admit I didn't pay enough attention, so I didn't realise he was a butt lifter to that degree. But it depends on the mechanics of the person. Here we go, Jaroslav. We'll talk a bit more about that.
Oh my God! Look at he just has such an amazing physique. His pecs look like two bulldogs packed into a canvas bag.
And that is a squatter, isn't it? Squatters have, he's got the pecs poking out. He's got the traps poking out. That's what I was thinking about his traps. So I was a bit.
He looks like a bencher, though. I mean,
he looks like a bencher.
He looks like a bencher, though. He comes up.
Big pecs. Lovely low touch. Oh, nice job.
That's pretty much the stamp on it right there.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. Look, I've done a lot of reading, and the benefit of internet, you can read and look on YouTube about a particular problem you're having, such as lifting the butt. And honestly, I've reviewed a lot of information out there, spoken to a lot of lifters about it. It boils down to mechanically, from my point of view, about your physical makeup, your limb length, your height,
Right.
in relation to these static thing, which is the bench itself, and also the way you cue yourself to what you're trying to do when you're pressing.
Gotcha.
Hamada trying 215 again.
He missed us on his opener.
Now, see, he's just cleaned this right up straight away.
Now, all right, so let's see if that's good.
Oh, there you
now,
go. He did the same
That
thing in
right
the
now,
squat.
right, and that right now, I mean, he's maybe a little bit off today too. You don't know. They've traveled all the way from Tokyo to here. It's a long trip, but whatever. He puts himself back in contention
He's
and
right
trying to
in
get
there.
a gold in the bench press. So
exactly.
It's that quick in the bench
Yeah.
to get back in it.
Yeah, that's right. So some of the things for butt lift that I've looked at is definitely as wide a foot position as you can get, as wide and as far back towards your head as you can get. You can also look at putting your feet right under. Some people actually benefit from tucking their feet right under the bench and squeezing it. As I say, it kind of depends on your femur length, your actual leg length, if you're prepared to use blocks or not, so that you can figure out how to keep your bum from rising.
Gotcha.
Prokopenko here seems to have no trouble with that. Gosh, he's looked solid, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, he has.
You know, across the two.
Definitely
lifts.
has. Look, and it's interesting to see because there's a real battle in here. I mean, Oleg making that second attempt bench, and if he makes an opener on the deadlift, and he may even lower it just to hit it, has got that goal locked up. But there's a fight here between Baranek and Prokopenko, and whoever blinks is going to lose in this.
That's it. Another little funny little cue you might use for a butt lift problem is to lift your big toe inside your boot.
Really, and it pushes your heel down. Yeah.
I'm not sure what it does with the heel, but it changes the way you bear through your feet.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I'm
yeah,
just doing it right
does.
now.
And some people find that that's actually quite effective to keep your butt down. Have a little muck around with it when you're in the gym next.
Wow.
Here's our Mongolian lifter.
These guys are great benchers.
Yeah, oh look, they are. That's their thing. And he's a very lightweight Mongolian. They come in very big sizes.
They
these
come
guys.
in jumbo.
Yeah.
They definitely do. They don't. Yeah.
I see Robert Keller with an enormous bowl of popcorn.
227.5.
Is he bringing it for us?
501
I think he is.
pounds. Thank you. Mikola
Baranek, 227.5, just a 7.5 kilo increase, and he's right in this. We're expecting the Japanese lifter, he's put 230 on there. So again, this could be quite a strategic second attempt selection, just depends how Otani goes. And I'm really impressed with the competition at the top end of this class. Some really intelligent attempt selections. Wow.
501 pounds to lift it.
Yeah, there's really no selections, Chrissy, because I'm usually pretty critical of attempt selection, that it was out of bounds. Everything looked like it should have been handled, and there's no really bad choices here so far. And it shows up by all the green that's on the score sheet, both on the squat and on the bench.
Bars loaded, 230 kilos, Norihiro Otani, Japan.
All right, so this will put Otani into the lead in bench press.
And if he misses this, there's a lot of pressure, because Prokopenko has got the 222.5. He's put in the 230. he is lighter. So Otani,
If he misses this, it probably pushes him out of the top 3
yeah.
in the bench press.
It's going badly.
All right, there you go. All right. It's that fragile. The sport is that fragile.
That was the big miss. Butt lift.
Butt lift.
Now, you can try putting your feet right under the bench and squeezing the bench with your thighs more like in that classic Swedish style of butt benching.
Got it.
To see if that helps. Me personally, I could still manage to drive my hips up from there. I don't know how it was anatomically possible, but I could do it. They say if you get your, your knee higher? Is it if your knees lower than your hip, there's no way you should be able to drive it.
Right.
I argue it depends how desperate you are. You'll find a way.
But that's for a lot of things in life, though,
That's
isn't
right.
it? Yeah.
Here we go, Bill. I think he's got that. He has.
Lift is good.
That's fantastic. He came out and corrected that. It's a wonderful feeling for a lifter to miss an attempt and to come out and get it and correct whatever needs doing. It is really a fantastic thing to do generally, and to do that at Worlds, hats off. That's top. Feet pointed out, so splayed out. Look, you just have to have a go at it. Here's Walton.
Here's Nathan. He
had
a good squat. He had a PB of 277.5. He missed 177.5 opener, raised it to 180. Now he's at 180 again. He needs to make this. I mean, if he's come all this way, done all this training, and then if he misses this attempt here, the only thing he can come away with is a medal in the deadlift.
Nathan, come on!
I think he's popped those hips up again. We'll have to look at it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we didn't get our butt cam. Well, here we go. And, ooh.
Wow. Wow.
He just got a save. Can I say that?
Yeah, you can.
All right. All right.
It's going to happen sometimes.
You win some, you lose some.
Especially
okay.
on that.
That's cool. That's cool. But that's something for him to work on, because that can't keep happening. At the bottom line for me, if your butt's coming up no matter what you try, it means you're not strong enough. And that's my bottom line, because you're using your lower legs so much, your lower body so much to bench that. You need to get stronger. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Okay.
And I was watching, I was going to say something to you earlier, but I was listening to you talk about it and so into it. But when he sets up, and we're not going to see it again, but his lower body looks so loose.
It's loose.
And not tight at all.
His party, Netherlands. Oh, it took off.
That's
wow.
Beautiful.
That is awesome.
That's a way to come back off of. I mean, he had a little bit of a rough go on the squat, only getting his first in. But now he's got 3 bench presses in.
That was glorious. Look how this thing comes off the chest. He just follows it up and just does the job of locking it out. You just get the feeling with him that if he can get that off the chest, he can lock it out.
Yep, definitely. You know, and this is the thing. Some of these first and seconds will look really easy. Really difficult. Then the thirds, the shirt's functioning better with more weight.
That's it. Yeah, that's the crazy thing about equipped benching is, if the bar flies up too fast, you're not used to it being there at that time. You can't catch on to it.
Yep.
All sorts of funny things can happen. But that's why we love it, because it's an unpredictable, or you got to control it. It's a wild horse. Oh, no. Somebody's not happy.
It is the most technical of the 3 lifts.
14
Not even
seconds.
close. I think in terms of technical nature of them, it's
Yep.
bench press,
1.6
squat, and
seconds.
then deadlift.
Yep. I wonder if he just flicked his hips up then.
Let's see.
Okay. Let's see what refs say.
This is good.
There we go.
All right, so let's see if we get booty cam.
That's better word. Booty cam.
booty
There it
cam.
was. I saw that.
Yep.
He popped his hips
On the way
and
down.
the way down.
And on the way up.
Oh, there we go again.
All right, so our one referee on the side is catching, on that one side is catching it. The other referee is not.
And it can literally be just a slight position change in with the ref.
100%. And that's the hardest thing to pick up. Sometimes you just don't see it.
Yep. Lynn's going to take 210 for a ride now. See what happens. Lovely tight setup. I love how he gets right up on top of the traps there and squeezes the butt as close as he can back towards the shoulders. Beautiful wide hands. Touch. Oh, my word. Oh, yeah. That's great.
Lift is good.
Really terrific bench.
So we're moving into a portion of the contest now, after Oleg benches, where it's going to change placings with every single attempt.
Yep.
Someone's either going to move up or someone's going to move down.
Bars
Yes,
loaded.
that's right.
Yaroslav Olek, 217.5.
Oh, he just got a whiff.
You know what you were saying about how much of a bencher he looks like.
Yeah.
I always thought he was a bigger bencher than this, just because of how
His
he looks
physique.
in the gear and
Yeah,
physique.
yeah. Yeah, and it's funny because his legs and that don't look like he's really, I mean, he looks really strong, but
Obviously, he's really strong. His head came up. But
yeah,
it's not going to get noticed.
he does tend to do that.
He does. He definitely does. Here you go. Head.
They saw it.
They saw it too.
So his head might have come off the bench.
All righty now. So that puts Oleg's obviously in first place by 47.5 kilos. So that's pretty much, no one's going to make up 47.5 kilos on Oleg when he's got a 290 kilo opener. So got the heaviest opening deadlift as of right now, tied with Nathan Walton, and he's 42.5 kilos up. It's kind of, it's like 47.5 kilos up.
He wants to be the best Masters 1 bencher in the world.
All right, for Hamada's up, it's 225 is a Masters 2, I guess, or Masters 1. And that's a world record right there. So he came here to get that world record. He opened with that 215. I think he wanted to take this on the second, and that was the goal there. But he was a bit of a mess on his opening bench of 215. Second one he handled, a retake of 215, and now 225. He goes home with at least a Masters world record in the bench press.
Bars loaded for Andre Prokopenko.
All right, Prokopenko right now, he's in third place overall. He's fourth in the bench. All right. This will move him into the silver medal position in the bench press. I'm sorry, no, move him in the first place. Pardon me. So every one of these attempts is going to change the way the complexion of this. They're all so tight. The bench press is kind of cool like that because it's only they're usually within a few kilos to determine placings.
What do we got? 230.
Yep. This puts him in first place in the bench if he makes it. And
Come on, right arm. There it is.
there it is.
Oh, he only just held on control.
Good Lord.
Did he? Oh, no.
No lift.
Now, he got yellow. So what did he get? Did he get butt? And that's, I'm sure we're going to get a booty cam here.
Now, let's have a look.
Yes.
Oh, I think we did.
I saw all the way through. So, unfortunately, we saw all the way through. I never want
Now-
to see somebody lose a lift.
I'll tell you what's... Yeah, okay. The coach has gone to the jury, which he can because there was only 2 reds, not 3. And the jury wants to talk to the side ref. And the centre ref can't offer much, I don't know. Can he? So we'll just see what the outcome of this is. I don't like his chances myself.
Bars loaded.
All right, so this moves him
I think it
Into fo-
stands the
into
way
f-
it was.
into first place. So Otani's going to come, and again, these guys were all, Oleg's going home with the chicken dinner, but who's left? Who's left to pick up and have everything else? And so these guys are coming here to try to medal in the bench press and get something. Come,
Yeah.
halfway around the world for
Yeah.
a prize.
Oh, absolutely. Medaling at Worlds, fantastic.
Yeah.
And also just your position, how you finish.
Right. So Otani's.
Oh no.
Boy. Oh boy.
Oh, that'll
So
hurt.
that's going to leaves him in 5th place in the bench
Give
press.
him a
So,
round of applause.
all
Look,
right.
he gave it a good shot, and he got 7/8 there. But
All right. So this will vault the Mongolian. This will vault the Mongolian from 3rd place in the bench press into gold medal position.
that's exactly what it says there on the screen.
Now, he is the heavier lifter, so even if he makes it, if Baranek comes behind him and hits it, he is the gold medalist.
Yep.
Up next is Ukraine.
I should imagine there's a lot of national pride in Mongolia in coming away from a World Championships with a medal, let alone a gold medal.
Robert Keller, go away. Robert Keller, go away.
There we go. No lift.
No lift. Bars loaded. This is our last lifter, and then we're going to take a 20-minute break.
All right, so this
232.5
this lift here will be the gold medal. I think he's already got the gold medal, so this is just to cap it off.
That's it. He's got the gold medal
Come
now,
on, Ukraine, let me hear you.
and he benched beautifully to this point.
Come on,
So let's see if his form can hold together with 5 more kilos on there. Makes a big difference in the bench press. It's absolutely astonishing. Literally 2.5 more kilos and you can't bench it. So let's see how it goes, but his form hasn't broken down so far. Beautiful touch. Oh my goodness, just get the elbows underneath. There it is.
There you go.
Oh, that was glorious. Absolutely
go.
glorious.
All right, we're going to take a 20-minute
Now,
break.
it's a 20-minute break
We'll
for
be
us
back
here,
with the deadlift.
and
Don't go
then the
away
deadlifts
now.
to finish off this under 74 class. So please join us then for the deadlift.
All right, welcome back to the 74 men. Started the deadlifts here in Orlando, Florida for the 37th Women's and 47th Men's IPF World Open Powerlifting Championships. One world, one federation, International Powerlifting Federation. All right, so right now, let's give you kind of a recap what's going on here. Yaroslav Olek, not a shock to anyone, is well in the lead in first place. 47.5 kilos in first place. So that's quite a hill for anybody to climb, but he's got a 367.5 squat to tie his world record. He has a 217.5 bench and is opening at 290. So that right there, if he makes his opening attempt deadlift, and I'm sure he will, he'll be at 875. At this point, the only thing left for him is to try and take a shot at the world record in total. I mean, that's really what he's got left to accomplish here. He's got the World Games slot wrapped up. He's got his 15th straight World Championship locked up. So what it comes down to is Baranek and Prokopenko battling it out for second place. If they both make their opening attempts, that puts Baranek in the lead by 5 kilos. And 5 kilos in the deadlift is nothing, folks. Then battling for the rest of the positions, we have a huge battle, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. All right, you have Otani, Hamada, La Rosa battling in there. And then below them, you have Lynn and Walton battling it out down in the 7th and 8th slot. So there's some battles here. I know that Nathan's probably not happy with his performance right now, so he's probably going to pull out all the stops and try to get a gold medal in the deadlift. All right, here is Bill Murray up from Great Britain, good at 205. There we go. So Bill's having a good day for himself. He's got a best squat of 235, a best bench of 162.5. And now 205, so he's scoring a total. He is in at 602.5. Up now, we have Bahamjov from Mongolia at a 230 squat, 225 bench press. That gave him silver in the bench press. So now he's opening with a 220 deadlift to try and get on the board. Give himself a total at 675. There we go, and he is in the meet.
The lift is good.
All right, next up is Otani from Japan in at 240. Hiro
Otani.
Norihiro is in 6th place right now, 307 squat, 220 bench press, opening at 240 in the deadlift. This will put him, he's still in there battling for the for 4th and 5th place. So 4th, 5th, and 6th, there's a little bit of a battle here, but the rest of it's kind of been put to sleep. Olek with the gold, then Baranek and Prokopenko battling it out for silver and bronze. Olek still has to make his opener of 290, but it's well within his capacity. Otani is there. Good, 240. There you go. All right, so he's in the meet. Ideally, you want to see everybody here. Everybody has a result so far. We haven't lost any lifters, so let's see everybody make our opening attempts. Everybody has a total on the board, and then can have a little bit of fun. Guys start chasing medals. Guys start battling it out for 2nd and 3rd. Then 4th, 5th, and 6th battle it out, and 7th and 8th battle it out. So
Chinese Taipei.
All right. Ming Hui Lin is up, 250 on the bar. He has a good squat of 285, you can see up there, and a bench of 210, a big 210 bench. The Japanese and the Taiwanese are historically very, very good benchers, and we have a number of them here in this group. Amazing technique there, nice and easy, gets it down command. There you go, we're in it. That's what we like to see. Lots of green Lots of green on the scoreboard.
Yuki Hamada.
All right, Hamada's up at 260 now. He's had a kind of rough day. I mean, his opening squat just looked absolutely miserable. He came back and got a squat in. His opening bench looked miserable. Came back to medal in the bench press. So you don't know what's going to happen. This is a sport. It doesn't build character, but it definitely exposes character. It shows whether you can handle adversity or not. It gives you adversity each and every day, whether it's training in the gym, whether it's eating properly, getting enough sleep, or right here as Hamada is ready to pull his opener of 260 kilos.
Kiaida. Oh, yes. Sosuga Omadeto.
All right. So Hamada is not having a great day for him right now. He's not doing what he had wanted to do, but that 780 total that he's got now via the 295 squat, the 225 bench, and the 260 deadlift puts him in a solid position to wind up in fourth place here. You know, and also, too, guys, this is a team competition out there. It's not just individual. So him coming away with 7 points in fourth place is a big deal rather than coming away with 6 points in fifth place. Pardeep Kaley's up 267.5. And looks like it was an easy opening attempt. All right.
Lift is good.
So he's Pardeep's had a rough day. He made his opening attempt squat look pretty good. Second and third, he just kind of beat up on. But, you know, he's got a total in the meet, so that's good. All right, now, Baranek is up, 270-kilo opener. He's standing in second place once he makes this opening attempt. It's going to be very interesting to see here with the changes. As everybody knows, you can change your third attempt deadlift up to 2 times. The guys are going to be battling it out for deadlift medals here. Gold, silver, and bronze. There we go. Oh, it's beautiful.
You missed that one.
And Baranek is quick. The Ukrainians, the Russians, most of the Poles, technicians in what they do. They are well-rounded. They're good in all 3 lifts. There he goes. Boom. There you go. I mean, Baranek, it's interesting. Baranek has long arms, but he's still got the gold in the bench at 232.5. So everybody says, oh, I have long arms, I can't bench. Not necessarily so. Keep working on your lifts, develop yourself, become a world champion. It happens every day. It's not about, this is not what creates a world champion right here. This is the result. This is the carved sculpture. All right, La Rosa's up now from Venezuela, 275 kilos. And he's got a battle on his hands right now here for placing also, for team points. Venezuela wants to snag as many points as possible here. There he goes, very, very, very easy. Lenin just did a beautiful job there. All right, next up, Andrei Prokopenko, Kazakhstan. He's got a 315 squat in, 222.5 bench, and 285 opener in the deadlift now.
Prokopenko, Kazakhstan, 285 on the bar. Bars loaded.
This will put him in the lead for the deadlift and move him into second place in total. And it's interesting when you watch this. A lot of times, the Russians and the Ukrainian lifters are There you go. Looks like he got it in. Prokopenko's good.
Lift is good.
And you have the Russians and the Ukrainians that are just, their skill level is just really high. They're well-rounded in all three lifts. The Kazakhs are just a little bit behind them. Not quite as good in technique, not quite as stable, not quite as strong. But they're going to catch up fast. I mean, they're showing up in greater numbers every year, as are the Mongolians. We love having new countries come in here and really start to flex their muscle a little bit. So now Nathan Walton's up 290. He is going to try to pull out gold here in the deadlift and make a statement right here with his big opener. So he did okay in the squat, had a lot of trouble in the bench press, man. You know, got that one bench in, saved himself, and he's got a total up on the board. Makes this, he's at 747 and a half.
Let's go, Tony.
But this will put him in the first place in the deadlift and give him a stranglehold on going home with the gold medal. And judging by how easy that was, I think you could just kind of pack it up and mail it to him. But guys, that's why we do this. It has to happen on the platform. All right, Yaroslav Olek, 14-time now, 15-time world champion if he makes this. Straight 15 years. He's been competing for 22. A completed deadlift here will mean that for 15 of those 22 years, he has been your open world champion. Olek hit a massive 367.5 squat to tie his open world record. Came in with a very respectable bench press of 217.5. He's now pulling 290. And he is the lighter lifter than Tony Walton if Olek wants to try to go for gold. But Prokopenko's right behind him. I mean, this is a world championships, folks. This is not your typical meet. There you go. That is your 15-time world champion, Yaroslav Olek. And while you may say that that's a little premature, that's 37.5 kilos, folks. That's a lot of weight to make up, especially when you have somebody who's 15-time world champion. 15 in a row. All right. So now we're up for Bill Murray, my friend Bill Murray from Great Britain. Was good at 205, put 215 on the bar. And Bill's just lifting within himself. He's having fun. I mean, he's lifting hard. He's trained hard. But he knows what he's coming here to do. He's going to get these lifts. There you go.
In the hole, 4 out, Nobuyuki.
Wants to make his mom proud back there in the UK. There we go.
Okay,
Beautiful.
Gambitar Lakhamchov from Mongolia. On deck,
Lakhamchov from Mongolia is up with 230 on the bar. He had it's very, very interesting when you look at the Mongolians, and you see this an awful lot, even in the heavier weight classes. Squat of 230, bench press of 225, deadlift of 230. So they are definitely the Mongolians are a bench pressing culture.
Come on, take one step to the right. Thank you.
All right, so here we go. Now, even though he had a big 225 bench, he is built like a deadlifter. I mean, if this guy can put it together, he should be pulling far more than this. He should be pulling substantially more than his bench press with his physique. So, all right.
250 kilos, 5.
Norichiro Otani's up from Japan. 250 on the bar.
Thanks for taking us through that. Thanks for taking us through that, Elliot.
So you're right. So what did the officer want? What was the problem?
No problem.
No problem. No problem, officer.
All good. Actually, it's fantastic competition. It's really well organised, beautiful venue.
It is. Robert Keller has done an amazing job.
Oh, it's absolutely amazing. Just like that deadlift.
There you go.
Beautiful deadlift. Look, This is a great venue and a wonderful organiser and his team. If we have more championships down here, and I'm sure that we will, if you see this on the IPF calendar, try and get to it. Take it from us. It's a very well organised event. It's got a lovely vibe about it. It's very positive, absolutely opulent surroundings, beautiful venue. Having your accommodation at the lifting venue is fantastic. I'm sure
It's
you'll
amazing.
agree,
Oh, it's
Elliot.
amazing. It's amazing.
And just this notion of getting off your plane and literally walking and going on the escalator, all inside.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
You know, there's no stress getting anywhere.
Nope.
You just rock up. You've got this beautiful hotel, all restaurants around, all things that you might need, and very good lifting room and warm-up area and training area. And I just have to say, if you're ever wondering, this is a great venue to come to.
Yep. Absolutely beautiful. Robert Keller's run some other international events here.
Yeah, yep.
And it's just been
spot on.
It's been good. This honestly is the best he's ever done, I think.
Right. Hamada pulls that. How'd he go? Yep, good lift.
It is good, Japan.
And despite the wobbles on the first squat and the first bench, you know, Hamada's had a pretty good day all up.
Hamada's had a really good day. I mean, if you look at his numbers right now, all right, so he's doing really well for himself.
Yeah.
You know, medaled in the bench press, right?
Yep.
I mean, you can't do much better than that.
You know, totaled, you know, it's great.
He had a good time. I mean, and he had an opportunity to not total. Actually, he kind of had two opportunities to not total, both in the squat and the bench press, but he came back and got what he needed.
Yep. Here's Lynn, 275 is his second deadlift. What did the 250 look like? Do you recall, Elliot?
250 was easy. Everybody's openers were easy, smooth, perfect form. I mean, smart openers where they should be in this kind of an event.
Oh, that's great.
Because, you know, you have first is done.
Oh.
Give him a round of applause. He'll be back. He'll get one more shot at that.
Now, are you a sumo deadlifter, Elliot?
I have sumoed. I conventional probably till about 2002, I want to say. Then I started doing sumo. I still train conventional. I do both.
Right.
In training. So, but in competition, I will always do. I will do the cheater's deadlift. I will try to cut down how far I have to lift the bar.
Right. After this deadlift, I wonder if you'd talk us through what happens what's going on in the sumo when you just cannot get it to move off the ground, as we just saw there. Relatively quickly, the lifter realises it's not going to go anywhere. I'm really interested in what that feels like, as I've never sumoed. As we see Pardeep show us how to do a sumo.
Yeah, exactly. You start pulling and you start leaning back. If it's so technical with the sumo as compared to the conventional. So the sumo is this style with the feet spread, with the hands on the inside. With conventional, it's the feet together with the hands outside of the feet. If that bar doesn't start to crack off the ground pretty quickly, then it's not going to come.
Now, I've seen sumos pull on a bar and it hasn't moved, and they've continued to pull for what feels and seems like seconds and seconds and seconds, and it's eventually lifted off. Is it a matter of sticking with it? Could it come up, or do you're saying, you just give it everything and it's not there?
It does happen. There are some deadlifters, and I can't think of any off the top of my head, but that I've seen that it really takes them an effort to get it off, and they get it off, and then it gets
once
halfway
they're
up,
off, it's away,
and it flies up.
Yep.
Right. So that's the hard part in conventional is getting it off the. I'm sorry.
In sumo.
In sumo is getting it off the floor.
Yeah.
In conventional, the hard part is locking it out. The final stand up.
Right.
Final get up. So I've never had one not come off like that. I've had it in training, but in training is a totally different thing.
Yeah.
So if you don't feel it, you're just going to let it go.
Yeah.
But in my training, it's a little odd. I was trained by Rob Wagner, who was formerly an 800-pound squatter in 90-kilo class. And so it was really odd. My last heavy double, if I could break it off the floor, I was in trouble.
Right.
My last heavy double, and it was should be within my capacity. I couldn't even break it off the floor. I knew I could hit that for a second attempt or maybe even an opener. I don't know why.
Now here's Lennon La Rosa, 290. So he's getting up there now. And gets that weight out on the outer edges of the feet there. Oh, I saw that coming out of his hand.
Yeah.
That is so annoying.
Yeah, and referees don't want to see that. They're going to try to give the down command as quickly as possible. At least I do if I see that happening.
Yep.
But he wasn't quite finished yet.
Yep.
He hadn't quite demonstrated that he had the weight. So.
Yeah, it's some lifters have more trouble with that than others. Some just don't drop bars.
Yeah.
That's not going to be
doubt.
the problem they're going to have.
No
the longer they're standing up there with it, they're losing their grip as they're going. Yeah,
Exactly. All right, so here comes Prokopenko out, 295. This will move him into first place in the deadlift. And he's solidly in bronze medal position. It's pretty much broken out. First, second, and third are pretty well done. So if that's all, 3 whites, there you go. All right, so right now we have the way this is fleshed out. It's Oleg's your winner. Baranek is going to have your silver, and Prokopenko is going to have your bronze. It's good. It's really good, but you still got some battles. Hamada's kind of put a bit of a stranglehold on 4th, but there's a battle between 5th and 6th between La Rosa and Otani. Missing that 290 right there by La Rosa really hurt him moving up into 5th. Or possibly even moving up in the 4th and catching Hamada if Hamada would miss his 3rd.
Yep.
6'6".
All right.
And there's no doubt these guys are jostling for positions and where they want to try and finish and who they want to try and beat.
Right, exactly.
Even though they know they're unlikely to medal as a total, it is all about did I get through, my 4th and my 5th.
100%. And so now Nathan, I know that Nathan wants to medal in this deadlift. He'd like a gold. I think he'd be happy with a silver.
Yep.
But, he's... this is a big lift for him right here. That 290 opener, you were talking with Gaston, but his 290 was simple.
Yep.
I mean, It didn't even look like a warm-up.
Right.
Gino. All right, let's see what they have
He's
to say.
got a lovely setup, hasn't he?
Yep.
And
there you go. Okay, so he's now in gold medal position for the deadlift. And Oleg's moved up to 310. All right, now, if he makes this 310, Oleg will then take a shot at the total world record. But he's got to make this. And I predict even if he misses it, he still might put on the bar to go for the world record.
Okay.
I just think, again, we said this over and over again. Both of us have said, you don't know how many good days you have left. Any day that you're there, you take. Yep. I don't advise that in training, but in a meet, certainly is.
Certainly.
Whatever's there, you take it and you grab it.
Yeah, look, having watched lifters come and go a little bit over the years, you think, a lifter has every intention of coming to the next meet, and for circumstances you cannot predict, they never compete again.
Right.
Or whatever. So you just cannot...
You don't know.
No, you just don't know.
And especially when you have a guy who's new to the sport like Oleg, you want to keep him around for a little while. For those of you that don't get the inside joke, this is his 22nd year of competition and his 15th straight open world title. So that was definitely...
superb.
Little superb, yeah.
So, as you say, make the most of it. Every event you're at, give it everything. I mean, of course, you've got strategy if you've got to choose between your priorities of what result you want. But at the end of the day, you want to walk away happy with a full stop there, because it could be the last time you get a chance for a reason, that things can happen in your life. And you really want to not take it for granted that
No,
you're going to have
definitely not.
that chance again, because sadly, as you would have seen, you see it does happen. I'm not saying it happens all the time. I'm just saying it does happen. And, no regrets. We don't want to live with the regrets, do we?
No, you don't. And I can speak from that because I've been off for a few years.
Yep.
I'm, a year from coming back. But you don't know when it's going to end.
Yep.
And it was something outside of powerlifting
that's what I'm actually alluding to.
Yeah.
Oftentimes it is.
Yeah.
When you hear the story,
Yeah.
it's something outside of powerlifting that's changed.
Total.
Right.
William Murray, give a round of applause for a PB. Total.
PB total we just heard for
Yep.
Bill,
Bill
and that's
Murray.
fantastic. See, he's got his goals and his expectation priorities, and he's just achieved,
It's a
for
big
all
goal.
we know, he's
It's a big
ticked
goal.
off quite a few already. He's just achieved another one.
Well, I believe, and
Kilos.
someone can check me on this, but I believe he's PB in the
Everything?
last 3 championships. No,
On everything? Oh, okay.
No. That I know PB. I believe he
fantastic.
PB total last year too in Luxembourg.
Yeah. And look, that's an awesome personal goal to look towards PBing consistently like that.
Especially at World Championship.
Yeah. Where you've got a lot of factors that are influencing that, such as travel, such as preparation and diet, and food once you get there, all these sorts of things,
Yep.
Getting a virus or whatever.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, it's all in it.
No kidding. All right, so
He gets it going.
Luck Hamjob.
No.
All right.
Give him a round of
He
applause.
just looks like he should be a bigger deadlifter than that, just with his frame.
Yeah.
I mean, he benched almost as much as he deadlifted.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it doesn't look like that should be like that,
Yeah.
He
And
only
look,
he only deadlifted 5 kilos more than he benched.
look, that's just not right.
Well, what's funny about that is because he looks like a deadlifter, not a bencher,
Yeah.
right? And he put a bench up that
Bars loaded.
that got him a medal.
Loaded here.
I mean,
Otani.
right?
He's looking to go up into 4th place with this one.
more
Right.
time. More in
Otani.
Kiaida, fight. Kiaida.
Got some great boots there.
Lombati, come on. It's a Madori.
Yep, suit's tight. Had a job to get his hands on the bar. Oh, pulls it through. You get a sense of how heavy it is when they put it down, don't you? You can't tell the way they pull it up.
No kidding.
Ming Wee Lin. 606.
Man, it is a shame that you cannot see how fast this spotting and loading crew is going.
Yeah, I was actually watching
Juanita?
Juanita. She's making a competition out of it to see how fast
always.
she can load her side. And she's just doing it lift after lift, so it's very physical. And she's making a game of it. And where I was sitting, I could see her face, and it's like she just cannot help herself. She's just got to be doing something. She's got to be competing. She's got to be having
Oh
fun.
yeah, no, there's no doubt.
Being helpful.
But I mean, she just competed this morning.
Yeah.
And now she's
Yesterday.
here. Oh, was it yesterday
Yeah.
afternoon?
Yep.
So then she's spotting and loading today.
Yep.
And moving faster than the guys. That's her thing.
Mm.
Can you tell she boxes?
Yeah, look, yeah, she told me she boxes. I just agreed with everything after that.
Exactly. What do you say to that? Yeah,
It happened again. Nah, it wasn't there.
Wow.
Not at all.
Wow. Just not
Just
the day
not.
that Lynn wanted
Nah.
at all.
He pulls it. Like, to me, it looks like he didn't pull it for long enough, but you're saying you get that feeling that there's nothing there when you pull on it. You
Some
just-
people really have to load.
Yeah.
I get loaded before I even go, and if
Okay.
it doesn't, even in training, I'll try to pull it through. If it doesn't start coming, then I'm done with it.
Yep, okay. So, Mr. Hamada here.
Akira Mihaide.
To me, there's no doubt about it. The sumo stance looks magnificent. It looks really spectacular.
But
I love my conventional.
But
But I don't know. Wow.
height.
There we go.
Good.
It uses quite different muscle strength to conventional to get it moving off the ground, doesn't
Very,
it? Very
different.
Very different.
And that's why I like pulling conventional during training.
Yep.
Because it hits my back a lot more than the sumo does.
Yeah. If you're not strong in the particular muscles that the sumo requires to get the weight off the floor, if you're not already strong, is what I'm saying, you've got a lot of catch-up work to do. Because
You do. Yeah,
it's very particular.
Yeah, I would agree with you. That until you get to a certain point, it might not even be worth sumoing. For a lot of people, just better to just conventional and just get strong and then do it.
Yep. Sometimes you see lifters, even within the competition, alternate between conventional and sumo if one's not working for them. Saw that yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Definitely happens. Guys will tweak an injury or something. Yep. People will tweak an injury and they'll go to it. Tony Harris has been known to do that, world champion.
Oh, he's losing it.
Oh,
there
my
it goes.
Goodness. Oh, all right. So what do we have up next now? La Rosa.
Give him a big round of applause.
La Rosa's come in here. He's doing okay. Doing okay for himself. So he's retaken his missed second attempt at 290.
On deck is the Netherlands.
Now, I think he dropped it, did he?
The hole is Kazakhstan.
Well, right now, I'm not sure.
He's going to stay in sixth.
I'm not sure why he doesn't go up a little bit to try to move himself in the fifth. He's solidly in sixth place. Okay, this is like kind of where I disagree with stuff. I understand he missed a 290.
Yep.
But 292.5, if he makes it, moves him from sixth to fifth.
Yep.
290 making it keeps him in the same spot.
Yeah, it's nothing to.
Now, if it's a PB, maybe he wants a PB instead of fifth place.
Yep.
But I would think Venezuela would want to have one extra point from moving up from sixth to fifth, which gives them an extra point in team standings.
So what Elliot just talking about is lifters earn points for their team. Oh, can he hold it? Yes. Good job.
Beautiful. There you go.
And 3 white lights, he yells out. Looks like a great character, actually. So wherever lifters finish in the pack, they actually earn points for their country. And at the end, we actually calculate how many points a nation has accrued during lifting. And we have trophies and a competition, really, about which nation has got the most points and has won.
Exactly.
So what Elliot was saying was, even if you're sixth, if you work yourself into fifth, you earn an extra point.
One more point.
Yeah.
You don't want to lose a place in team scoring because of you're not pulling for a higher score. That party's lost there. All right, and before we were talking about Oleg, what I thought he was going to do, we were paying attention to everybody here, but Oleg did put in that 322.5 to break his own total record. All right, so his total record right now stands at 905. He has to go 907.5, and he needs that. He has to go by way of a 322.5 deadlift. So, I mean, he's a man's man. He's the best squatter in the world, best deadlifter in the world, and he just does really well enough in the bench and is really consistent and comes in making always 2 and 3 benches to guarantee that his squat and his deadlift stand up and create another world championship. And if that makes sense to you, well, I don't know.
Oh, he can't get it going. He was just having a bit of a go there to get himself into silver, but
he's got bronze medal right there for the deadlift.
Yep.
Bronze medal deadlift and bronze medal for the competition.
Yeah.
All right. So Nathan Walton.
All right, Nathan.
This will move him into first place and put him in the gold medal, and then it's kind of interesting because now what does Oleg do? Does Oleg go
up.
For the 322 and a
Yeah,
half
yeah.
and the world record, or does you go for the gold medal in the deadlift? I go for the world record.
Yeah, I mean, I think, a gold medal in the dead is not worth any, deviation from the plan of looking at a world record.
No, not at all.
I mean, I don't think he's thinking. Yeah, I think that's what he's thinking.
No.
and- Yeah,
They're not even considered. Even if Nate makes this, he's not going to change.
Okay, this is a gold medal deadlift attempt to take the lead now. He's setting his lats in place doing that, getting all of his back where he needs it to pull this. That's my sense of what's happening there. Feels for the bar, never looks at it. Oh!
All right, so
it hurt him too.
So Olek doesn't have to make a choice. He has the gold medal in the deadlift. Now he's pulling 322 and a half for world record in total at 907 and a half. So here he comes out.
Open world record in total.
All right, so you heard Gino there calling for the open world record in total. So here comes your 15-time straight world open champion, Yaroslav Olek, tying his world record in the squat, a 217 and a half bench. Now, gold medal in the deadlift at 310, trying to pull 322 and a half to break the world record in total of 905 and put his name in the record book at 907 and a half. Here we go. Yaroslav Olek from Poland.
I think he's going to need a really good pull here because you get the feeling this is a bit of a jump from that second attempt than the exertion he showed. So let's see. He's going to have a great go. Oh!
Nope. Not there. Not there.
And he's so gracious as he finishes. A big smile. He's such a great personality and really enjoys his lifting. I reckon that's his longevity. He loves the sport.
Absolutely.
He loves how he feels. He enjoys all the associated elements of the sport. And that smile that I just saw him walk off with explains to me the longevity. This is his world,
He loves it. He loves it. And also, too, he controls, earlier I was talking about controlling everything around the sport. He controls everything around it outside of what's on the platform itself, where you're kind of leaving yourself to the referees and everything else. But as far as food, rest, when to arrive, when to leave, when to stop giving autographs and go somewhere else, he knows that because his goal next year, obviously, is to be 16-time world champion.
That's it. Now, look, we're going to wrap up for the night, but you're going to have a medal ceremony when the platform gets broken down and we get all the athletes out and you have a good look at them. So enjoy the medal ceremony. We've certainly enjoyed the day and that session, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow for the next session. It starts at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. local time here. So all the best to you, and do enjoy the medal ceremony. See you tomorrow.
Pick more. All right, ladies and gentlemen, handing out the medals for this evening's session, we have two distinguished individuals. First, I'd like to introduce the Secretary General of the IPF. Big round of applause for Mr. Robert Keller. And secondly, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the International Powerlifting Federation from Luxembourg. Give me a warm welcome for Mr. Gaston Pellat. All right, every lifter receives a participation medal. Please give every lifter that has come and got invited to the World Championship. They're all champions. That's why they're here. Give them a round of applause as they all receive a participation medal. Thank you, Alex. Here we go. 74 kilo weight class open category, the squat, the bronze medal. He hails from Kazakhstan. Round of applause for Andrei Prokopenko. Bronze medal. Silver medal from Ukraine, Mykola Baranik. And the gold medal, ladies and gentlemen, from Polska, Yaroslav Olek. Sean, bless you. Photos. Thank you, gentlemen. You may step back now. Moving on to the bench press. The bronze medal position, a round of applause. He hails from Mongolia, Ganbatar Lakhamjov. And winning the silver medal on body weight from Japan, Nobuyuki Hamada. And the gold medal winner from Ukraine, Mykola Baranik. Thank you, gentlemen. You may step back now. Moving on to the deadlift. Now.
I guess I came over.
Now. Bronze medal, Kazakhstan, Andrei Prokopenko. Silver medal with a lift of 666 pounds, United States of America, Nathan Walton. And the gold medal, ladies and gentlemen, from Poland, Yaroslav Olek. Photos. Thank you, gentlemen. Moving on to the total category, in the bronze medal position, he hails from Kazakhstan. Come on back, Andrei Prokopenko. Silver medal from Ukraine, Mykola Baranik. And ladies and gentlemen, the 14-time Open 15, the 15-time now Open World Champion from Polska. A big round of applause for Yaroslav Olek. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for Poland's, remove your hats for Poland's national anthem. Big round of applause for all of our winners. You ready, Mark? All right, gentlemen, please step back into line as our marshal. Mark will escort, no, Yaroslav. Yaroslav. As our marshal will escort you back off the platform. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Please give them a big round of applause. As our marshal escorts all of our athletes off the platform, please give them all a big round of applause.